Rick? Incognito?
Yeah. Just doesn't want to be seen.
Maybe that's it. Got a pretty good-sized stuffed animal with him.
Well, that's a COVID Santa right there. You got the mask all the way up. And
all right, we are ready to start the second here in downtown Toledo. Toledo 2-1 this year when they've been tied after the first. Indy is 2-3. And we are tied. No score as of yet. And you saw that with Santa holding the stuffed animal that he's going to throw out on the ice.
Oh, it looked like a bunny.
It did. And you know what? These fans are ready for that to happen. We'll see when it does. As the Fuel will get across the line. Lee backhanded it in front. And Christopoulos able to knock that away. Puck comes to the blue line and handled by Boeing.
Might have been the best chance so far of the game, actually.
Vela with an intercept as he goes behind the net. Took it away there, left it up to the line, Gaffari. Gaffari goes rink wide and a shot from the line, tipped just wide. Boeing has it. Sent it right to the side of the net, and Morris with a nice play to knock that away. Spencer Watson will throw it down inside the Toledo zone. A Toledo Walleye and Indy Fuel scoreless as the Fuel will head back into their own zone to play it. And it comes to center. Martinet stepped across. Good hit on Ike. Apap went down into the corner to play it for Indy. He's being watched by Cole Frazier. Up to the line it goes. Teixeira's shot. That's blocked. And Hensick going to play it out to center. It slipped through the stick of Dickinson. Oh, I thought he tipped it. He was really throwing an argument out that he touched it there at center.
Right. Yeah, it looked the same too. Looked like they touched it.
Yeah, it kind of changed direction a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Logan Belgraf made the call on it. Let's see if he did. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Certainly looked like it. You know what? The linesman and referee are going to get together here. I wonder if they're going to. They're going to stick with it.
Yeah.
That was a quick convo. Hey, do we need to talk about this? No.
I'm already here.
Yeah, we got the teams down here.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Let's go. Face-off will be to the right of Billy Christopoulos, and off the draw, it's carried out to center for Hensick. He'll fire it in wide of the net. Chased after it by Barry, came to the blue line, held in there, and a shot from the blue line, tipped by Hensick, and a toe save turned in by Cale Morris. And an offside call right at the Indy blue line.
That's a good redirect right there. A good save by Morris.
Now TJ Hensick, he's done that a few times in his career. With those deflections, Rick.
No, that was a good job too. By the D-man there. Just one time the puck came wrapped around. Just it came out perfect for him, where he could just shoot it right off the boards. Didn't have to hold it and take a second to calm it down.
How about career game number 915 for TJ Hensick?
That's a lot of games. That is a lot of games.
You thought you played in a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
Face-off will be taken just outside the blue line. Conlon Keenan will take the draw for Toledo. It's won by Yetman. And played down into the Toledo zone. That's where it'll be handled by Gordy Meyer. Meyer coming to center ice, has the red line, drives it in. Morris came out of his net, trying to settle it down. McElmurray wants to hold it up along the wall. McKay tying him up. Stepping in was Keenan to pitchfork it free. It comes right back to McKay over outside the right circle. He'll send it in behind the net. And the Fuel with an opportunity to work with it. They'll get it up to the line and a giveaway there. McElmurray hands it off, and a shot by Keenan was stopped. Another try came in front. McElmurray, and that's knocked away by Morris.
Good pressure there to keep the puck in and have him turn it over. And better opportunities there for chances.
And it certainly showcased itself with that good effort by Toledo. How to shell. Along with Vela chasing after it. It's worked up and out to center. Thrown down the near side wall. Thomas going to take a hit from Gaffari. Boutros Gaffari is having a very physical night so far. And Toledo coming to center. Vela across the line as Boeing and out of shell with him. Vela took a hit there from Cliff Watson, who went down to the ice. And Lee will play it. He lost it. Boeing sent it right over the net, and it bounced down in the blue paint. Cleared away. Boeing will get a shot from the right circle. That's kicked out by Morris. At the line, out of shell. Handed it off for Gazzola. Played it in behind the net. Gaffari comes racing up to play it from his deep position. Wants to try to kick it free for Boeing. It's being held along the wall. Nobody can even see where it is. It was actually sitting there loose for a moment. You and I could see it from our vantage point, but the players couldn't. And Lee is the one who will take control of it. Shots are even at 12. No score. And we've rapidly played nearly 4 minutes of the second period.
Yeah, and then, I think Toledo's done a very good job this first 4 minutes of taking the play. Controlled the play so far in the second period.
And as I say that, a puck deflects off the glass and into the netting. And we'll get a face-off coming at center ice. Neuter offers end-to-end construction specialty trades, construction engineering, and maintenance solutions to achieve and maintain outperforming production environments for our clients. Choose a trusted partner. Choose Neuter. Face-off is going to be actually at center ice is what they're going to line up for here. And it'll be Josh Dickinson to stand in to take it.
That's the key. I'm sure that was talked about in the intermission too. Is it was a pretty even first period. You just come out and win the second period. Just win the period though.
And Martinet with a physical hit along the near side wall. Puck goes down into the Toledo zone. Frazier able to peel away with it on his backhand. Sets it for Josh Dickinson. He'll turn it up to center. Barry looking for it there in the neutral zone. But it'll be the Fuel who will bang it right back into the Toledo end. Dickinson will leave it for Martinet. He's being hounded by Malone. Peeled away from that check and sent it out to center ice. Dickinson sidestepped the check, handed it just behind Barry, who was rushing up the ice. Frazier got there to keep it in, but McKay's got some open ice, and it'll be played out to neutral. Yetman coming across the line. Meyer poke-checked it away from him. Boy, very close there a moment ago as Yetman will get it across the line. Frazier bumped into him, and Cole Frazier has the puck.
Yeah, it was a very good individual effort, set up perfectly on the just a little bit behind. Sometimes that happens.
Now, we're not going to be perfect on every pass. Keenan trying to backhand it, got it to the front of the net, and a try by Tomlak was stopped. Great effort there by Keenan to get it in front of the net, and Tomlak nearly gave us our first goal of the night.
Yeah, that's Morris. I don't think he knew where the puck was, but made a good save.
He's had a couple here early in the second, Rick, as Toledo's started to amp up that pressure.
Yeah. It's hard too as a player. If you see Morris is down, and if he would have just won one more step, he would have had the whole open net. But sometimes you get in front of the net like that, and you're.
Well, you're probably going to get hit. You gotta get rid of it, right?
Well, nobody was around him though either, and sometimes as a player you don't realize that. As
Morris will cover, and he'll hold on to it. So we'll get a face-off coming up inside the Fuel zone. Here's a look at that last rush. What you were talking about, Tom.
It's kind of sitting there, and just one little, it goes just a little bit further. And you see it because Morris has his leg down. If you just went, just one more stride.
Yep. But it's hard to think that though when you're in the moment, right?
Right. Yeah, it's hard to think in the moment, but. You also you got to be looking at the goalie and you see where his leg is. You just kind of you got to get to the point where you're around him also. So it's a little bit of both.
Out of shell coming down into the near side corner, takes a good hit there. Vela got to the puck, and it's worked free by the Fuel, and they'll get out to center ice and backhanded deep into the Toledo end. Out of his net, Christopoulos settles it down, played up to the blue line. Held in there by the Indy Fuel. A couple of nice moves. Sets up Cliff Watson at the blue line, and a shot they score. Apap let it go from the blue line. It may have been tipped in front, but it's the Fuel who strike first tonight to lead it 1-0.
Yeah, I can't tell if it was tipped or we'll see it here, but there looked like there was a lot of traffic. Indy players and some Toledo players in front of the net.
Mike Lee is celebrating heavily like he had gotten the goal.
Yeah, it looks like,
yep. He certainly did. His second on the year. He actually leads the Fuel in assists with 10, but he gets his second goal of the season. Indy with a 1-0 lead.
Well, let's have to keep plugging away like we were. I thought, the first 7 minutes here, Toledo's taking the play to them. Better opportunities, and just those ones you get a shot from the point and, gets redirected in. The one that Hensick had where he redirected, I thought that was a good play too.
Timeout on the ice. The Indy Fuel. Wrist shot from the blue line. That's deflected past Billy Christopoulos. And Toledo trails at 1-0. This is Walleye Hockey.
At Famous Footwear, giving shoes as a gift this holiday is more than just finding the right fit. It's personal.
I'm looking for my daughter, who makes every staircase a skate park.
Of course she does. Classic Van slip-ons.
And my father-in-law, who loves the freedom of rivers.
How about waterproof Timberland boots? Famous brands for the whole family. Stop by or visit famous.com. And for a limited time only, get 20% off through November 30th.
It's not just boughs of holly that are going to deck your halls this holiday season. It's you decking the whole house with outdoor lights and holiday decor from the Home Depot. Fill your yard with Yuletide treasure like a hand-painted LED reindeer sculpture. Want to build a snowman? You can, with our 6-foot sparkling snowman covered in lights. You can even pair it with a Disney inflatable spin. From the movie your kids still watch 3 times a day. 'Tis the season to make things jolly, and the Home Depot has everything you need to make the holidays yours. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Don't miss the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon, Toledo's Fox Sports 1230. Now back to Walleye Hockey.
1-0 game. Indy Fuel have the lead. Shots are even at 14. And off the draw, Fuel will keep it inside the zone. Indy is just 3-4 this year. 3 wins, 4 losses when they've scored the first goal of the game. And they have scored the first goal tonight. That's kind of a weird stat. Usually when you score first, it bodes very well.
Yeah, but when you're 4-8 on the year,
yeah, even when you're scoring
too.
first,
yeah.
Yes. Barry trying to send it to the front of the net. That's blocked. Dickinson going to drop his stick there. May have been broken. Now he's got to back up into the Toledo zone defensively. McKay was dropped by Frazier. Now another hit coming over as Apap took down Frazier. Now the two of them are going to chat as they go up the ice. Coming across the line is Barry. Barry offensively looking for an outlet. Hensick got it across. And now we're going to have to stop play as the gloves are down. Apap and Cole Frazier are going to line up at center ice. Frazier led the league in penalty minutes a year ago. And here he goes with a couple of huge right hands, and Apap is down. Well, Cole Frazier had a good hit, Rick, that started it.
Oh, yeah.
And then Apap came over with a hit on him, and the two of them chatted it out until finally they were ready to drop the gloves, and Frazier gets this big crowd fired up.
Yeah, the Indy players probably sitting there rethinking.
Especially right there.
Yeah.
It was that third right hand caught him right on the chin, it looks like. Yeah. And the reaction from Cole Frazier. I'll tell you what, a guy that could certainly have played in your time is Cole Frazier.
Yeah.
Led the league in penalty minutes a year ago. And really play the game as well as we've seen for the Toledo Walleye. He does not currently lead the Toledo Walleye penalty minutes, although that's going to change with this 5-minute major for fighting. That'll push him past Chris Martinet for the team lead in penalty minutes.
Yeah, it almost didn't even look like he wanted to fight. It's just it's just that APAP, we kept pushing on it. Like, all right, well.
If you want to go, let's go.
I don't know. He's probably rethinking. I maybe shouldn't have done that.
That's probably true. All right, we are back to action in a 1-0 game. And it's tough there, and I'm guessing that Frazier, as we get that icing call against Indy, I'm guessing Frazier probably didn't want to go because his team had the offensive opportunity, right?
Right. Yeah. It could be a number of reasons. Maybe he knew that was going to happen. But I don't know. Yep,
certainly could have been even seeing his team had a scoring opportunity going in the other end.
Right.
All right, Toledo with an offensive zone face-off, trailing at 1-0. Tom Lack on the draw. Put it over to the far side wall. Tom Lack left it up to the line. Meyer with a shot. That was tipped in front. Rebound was there. And a backhand try by McElmurray got deflected high and wide. Conlon Keenan trying to hold it inside the zone. It goes behind the net. Set up the near side wall. Martinet reached for it, but it's poked out to center for McKay. And McKay will drive it inside the Toledo end. Conlon Keenan was dropped in behind the net, but McElmurray came over to help and finds it out to center ice for Brady Tomlak. Yepman will turn it back inside the Toledo zone. 8 minutes gone. We're in period number 2. Walleye trailing at 1-0. McKay is holding on to Chris Martinet. The two of them, there's got to be a penalty call coming in there somewhere, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, and the ref's standing right there.
Puck is loose in front of the Toledo net and bounced all the way to the far side wall. I don't know how in the world there wasn't one, but it doesn't matter now. Howdashell's got a breakaway. He's in. He scores! And here they go.
Yeah, you knew it was only a matter of time.
So we forego the penalty call because we'd rather have the breakaway, right?
Exactly.
And Keegan Howdashell finds the back of the net. And it is time for the teddy bears and the stuffed animals to hit the ice from here at the Huntington Center. Keegan Howdashell gets his 3rd goal on the year. Ties this game at 1. Now what a scene, Rick.
Yeah, this is good. Good stuff, this. Some of these Bears have to make their way, though.
Yeah, they do.
They get thrown a few times.
Yep, a few of them might drop in the first few rows.
Yeah.
But this is such a great thing here. These stuffed animals will go to benefit Lucas and Wood County Children's Services, Toledo Police and Fire Departments, Salvation Army in Northwest Ohio, Family House. And the crew quickly out there. Always a process. All the Toledo Walleye players will come out as well. Kind of give a helping hand to the crew that is out there to help gather up as many as they can.
They can see them, down by the glass. They're getting thrown over because the ones that just keep working their way from the top down. Someone can't make it all the way down.
Especially from the seats that are behind the netting.
Right.
Now, each and every year we have done this over the years. And it's always a great scene. And, well, Rick, take us through the goal here and how we got to this point.
Well, it's a good transition there. And he just saw the opening and very good, low shot, low blocker.
You've mentioned that a lot on goal scoring, especially on breakaways.
Yeah, low blocker.
Low blocker.
I always try to tell my son that they always want to shoot high. Everything's got to be high. It looks, they think it looks better, to shoot high over the goalie's shoulder. But I'm telling you, low blocker is the place to shoot it.
Yeah, and you saw it right there from Keegan Howdashell, and with that, That's what brings out all of these stuffed animals. And you're right. There's the great thing. You hear some of the cheers that go on because a few of them that get landed in the front row.
Yeah.
Now they got to get sent over the glass. And they do very quickly.
Hey, you think?
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, you think they have some shovels? Big shovels are.
Yeah, love it. The walleye players doing the work here, pushing a whole bunch of them over towards the goal zone. And we'll resume hockey as soon as.
If I'm a coach
crew.
too, and I'm the Indy coach, I'm asking my player, why you don't go out and give them a hand? Why not?
Right, because they're going to do the same thing in Indianapolis one night, where.
Right.
You're
well,
gonna have
not
the
even
same
just
thing.
that. Just I guess just for the, the purpose of every. You know what I mean? What they do. These promotions for.
Hey, finally, they got that big one over the glass, and those are always fun to see. And, of course, this Huntington Center crew, Toledo Walleye crew out to help. And, again, these donations will go to the Lucas and Wood County Children's Services, Toledo Police and Fire Departments, Salvation Army in Northwest Ohio, Family House. A
lot of good places.
A lot of good places. You talk to anyone who works in those fields, and they'll tell you, you know what? In the holiday season, it's always great to take these out. Kids in need.
Yeah, this is neat. It would almost be neat if they did it a couple times.
Oh boy, yeah, it would be a heck of a thing, wouldn't it?
All right.
And you see this crew working as diligently as they can to get all these stuffed animals off the ice as fast as possible and return us to hockey.
You always see a few stragglers, too.
Yep, there's a couple making their way out. Catrick's got the holiday sweater on. Love that. Now, you can go to the Christmas sweater now. Yeah. We're past Thanksgiving, right?
Yep, you can start. Yep, I got to start putting up my Christmas lights.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
The Judson house is one to drive by, folks, let me tell you.
Nope, not a Clark Griswold. I get some lights and some blow-ups, but not nearly compared to what I see out there, though.
No, there are some really good ones all around. Hey, I'm going to tell you, the Melzak house isn't a great one to drive by either for Christmas lights.
You don't have yours. You don't have your sync to music and everything?
No, I do not. I tried one year. I wanted to sync them up to me calling some old Rick Judson goals back in the mid-2000s, but it just didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
I do know there are some highlights out there. But
VHS.
You know what? When we get a second here, let's go back and look at the goal once again, Rick, because, this is as you've been talking about it many a time and having the privilege to work with you a lot so far this year, you've talked a lot about going low blocker on these goals. And just to see a player come through on that, going that low blocker style.
Yeah, you don't see it very often, but because the goalies. Yeah.
It came right off of the turnover.
Yeah, very nice turnover. He had, Morris was kind of out of the net and was actually just nice little perfect, right in a perfect spot right there. The goalies play a different style too from when I played. The goalies go down a lot. You see the goalies go down real fast. Obviously, they did too when I played, but then you also had a lot of stand-up. They didn't go down as much as they did. So you always wanted to shoot that low blocker because with that stick, that's the hardest place for them to move.
And now you get the standing ovation from this crowd. The great work by the Huntington Center staff, Toledo Walleye staff. I mean, look at that scene as we're showing you the replay of all of those stuffed animals making their way out.
Yeah, like you said, Catrick's got the sweaters. Like, is that one of those, what do they call that, the ugly sweater contest?
Oh,
or
yeah.
I like that sweater, though, on him.
That was really good. Catrick's got the good sweater going. But, yeah, what a great scene here.
Yeah.
Huntington Center. And look at that down in the goal zone. Everybody making their way off the ice into a sea of stuffed animals.
Yeah. Get it off the ice, and they'll be able to clean them up, pack them up.
Pack them up, and they'll get distributed to those great organizations that we mentioned. Let's mention them once again. Lucas and Wood County Children's Services, Toledo Police and Fire Departments, the Salvation Army in Northwest Ohio and Family House. Great organizations all the way around that do such great work, especially at this time of the year.
Yep.
And it's always a great thing when you can help out and go through a great donation like this. And, you know, as always, the Toledo faithful, they do a great job. And they came out and performed very well on the annual Teddy Bear Toss.
Oh, yeah. And then some special things there for children that aren't as fortunate or,
And now quickly we're back to action as Keegan Howdashell got the goal. And it gives Toledo a 1-1 tie. Keegan Howdashell from Austin McElmurray. McElmurray was the recipient off of the turnover. And Randy Gazzola is going to start up the offense. Howdashell and Boeing. Boeing dropped his man who came in. That was Cliff Watson, wanted to give him a pretty good shot. Vela has the puck, comes out in front for a chance. And getting a piece of that was Morris. It's back into the crease again and knocked away. And Spencer Watson able to get it out to center. Gazzola with a takeaway. Randy Gazzola for Boeing. Boeing down in the far side corner, wanted to send it in front. And that's broken up. Coming near side is Ghaffari. And he was able to hold it in, but Indy will take control.
Well, at least we know you got a goal, got the Teddy Bears.
And Hensick
didn't have to worry about it anymore.
Looking for more. Left it for Dickinson. Rolled it to the front of the net. And Morris steered that aside. Up to the line. Ghaffari trying to hold it in. He was ready to go off on a change.
Yep.
And the puck came right to him. Toledo going to wind it up. Barry weaving his way across the line and just sends it in behind the net. We've passed the halfway mark of this hockey game. Tied at 1, Toledo and Indy. And it'll be Meyer who's back to collect it for the Walleye. Gives it to Matt Barry. His pass will find Dickinson at center. Dickinson with Hensick coming across the line. Dickinson got down to the corner and then had it taken away. And Teixeira is on it. Played up and out. Heffley got it across the line for Indy, and it's bounced side of the net. And a long pass ahead. Tomlak, did he get a stick on it? No. They're going to call Toledo on the icing call.
Another fairly even period. I thought Toledo there, especially the first 5 minutes, had control of the play, but it's kind of the next 5 minutes is pretty even period.
Well, Toledo, both teams have a goal here in the second, so they've matched what they were doing in the first period. Kids, are friends at Dave & Buster's invite you to sign up, join the brand new Spikes Tykes Kids Club. Sign up to be a member today by visiting ToledoWalleye.com/kids. 18-14 the shots in favor of the Walleye currently. Barry on the puck. Barry and Hensick have been out there a little while. They'll get to the bench on a change. Yes, Toledo able to get some fresh bodies out there. It's sent down the ice. And chasing after it is Martinet. Martinet and Boutros Ghaffari. Remember, Cole Frazier is in the penalty box right now after his 5 minutes for fighting. Shot is blocked by Martinet. Toledo rolling 5D here for a little while. Good hit put on by Ghaffari. Then he was tugged to the ice. And it's backhanded out. One thing we are figuring out, Dominic Claudeau, who is our referee. He don't like to call a lot.
No.
He doesn't have to. Doesn't seem like he's going to.
No, yeah, it's he's kind of let him play, which is, as a player you kind of like. Fans aren't a fan of it, but
players are.
Players are. Yes.
McElmurray kicking at the puck, got it to Vela. It's going to streamline to Ghaffari. He's going to leave it up to the line. Walters able to play it all the way around to McElmurray. McElmurray for Howdeshell. That went off his stick, and it's turned back by the Fuel. As they'll get it across the Toledo line, but they need a line change. So some room for Connor Walters. Goes across to Boutros Ghaffari. Backhanding it ahead. It's tipped down the near side wall. Howdeshell looking for that. He got upended. And it's going the other way. Ike handed it off for Watson. Spencer Watson, his pass broken up by Gazzola. And it comes free to Howdeshell. Plenty of open ice to stride to center. Howdeshell's pass a little too far in front of Meyer. And Vela will get to it. Kept it inside the zone. Plenty of room for Indy to plant, and they will. Nearing 7 minutes to go in this second period. And riding through was Lee for a shot. And then he got another opportunity off the back wall and center wide. Boy, twice he missed the net.
Twice. I mean, good opportunities. It just, I don't know what happened there. It just looked like he was just let him go right through.
It's like he was invisible for a minute coming across the line. Meyer backhanded it, got it over to Dickinson. Dickinson looking for an outlet, gives way to Hensick. Hensick takes it all the way around the zone again. Why not? He's been going on a couple of tours. Finally let his shot go, and Morris made the save. That's twice he's done that where he skated it all the way around the Indy zone. Backhand pass, gets to Hensick, a shot, he scores!
Oh, good pass out of the corner there. I couldn't see who that was, but nice little behind-the-back pass that it looked like it even went off an Indy player, kind of right to Hensick, but a good shot.
Yeah, let's check that. It's Josh Dickinson out of the corner with a backhand pass. And TJ Hensick finds the back of the net.
It's kind of like right here. Yeah, it was just the key right there is Hensick, quick shot. Didn't give Morris a chance to set up.
And TJ Hensick, his 12th goal on the season, 233rd of his career. And in the ECHL, Rick, he now has 138 points, and this is 128th game. Boy, McElmurray went down off of the face-off. It goes right to Christopoulos. He'll hold on. How impressive is that? 138 points in 128 games right now for TJ Hensick.
Always key to have that point per game. That's as a player, you're always looking for that point per game.
And he is there for sure. Timeout on the ice. TJ Hensick has given Toledo a 2-1 lead. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
And we're in the final round of Trivia Storm. Margaret, the selection is yours.
Let's go with whale noises for the whole shebang.
Wow. Margaret, this is your moment.
Actually, I'm gonna go.
Margaret, she just left the stage. Wow, she's gone. I just got word she left to get a $5 Cheesy Gordita Crunch Cravings Box.
When you need a taco, you need a taco. Introducing the $5 Cheesy Gordita Crunch Cravings Box, only from Taco Bell. At limited participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for price and participation, which vary. Tax extra.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Find us on Facebook anytime. Fox Sports 1230. Now back to Walleye Hockey.
Back here at the Huntington Center, a 2-1 score. Toledo Walleye with the lead over the Indy Fuel. Glad you're with us tonight at the Huntington Center on this Friday night. Our next game is not until a week from tomorrow.
At home.
At home on December 3rd. So it's a nice little break here for the Toledo Walleye. after playing 3-3 over the holiday, and a shot there that was tipped just wide. Christopoulos saw it late when diving back. Not sure if he got a piece of it or if it just went wide.
I think it just went wide.
But man,
I'm not
Indy,
sure though. I mean, it's hard to tell.
Indy nearly tied it up very quickly. Chaika, near side, gives way to McKay. Being watched by Keenan. Dropped it down into the corner. Good hit by Frazier's back out on the ice after serving his major penalty. Remember, he went into the box, and Toledo scored 2 goals after that fight that really got things rolling in the building.
Well, sometimes, that I've seen that happen a lot where something like that picks up the team, picks up the crowd.
Just that extra energy in the building. Now make sure you stop by Frickers before, during, or after the game for food, fun, sports, and spirits.
Frickers.
Vela on a steal. Vela with a shot. And the save by Morris. Pass comes up to center. Gazzola knocked that down. Vela comes across the line to Gazzola. Gazzola taking it down low. Great moves as he cuts to the front of the net. Randy Gazzola gives way to Boeing. Didn't get much on that one. It broke a stick, as a matter of fact. And it's played up the near side wall. Vela is on it there. Vela, backhand pass in front. Oh, what a save by Morris as he robs Keegan Howdeshell with a glove hand.
Well, but nice 2 goals for Howdeshell right there. That was a great play all around.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Good save by Morris.
Good setup, good shot, great save as well. Timeout on the ice. Toledo 2, Indy 1. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
Shop on eBay this holiday season to get more for your dough on stand mixers. Or get more bling for less cha-ching on jewelry. And on eBay, you can even get more Cyber Monday steals on this season's hottest tech and gaming gear. You can get more because you save more on premium tech brands with eBay's exclusive Cyber Monday deals. Get more when you get it on eBay.
Frickin' football is here. Frickers has the games on all the screens and you score with savings. Enjoy your favorite ice-cold domestic draft personal pitchers for only $6.50. A 48-ounce personal pitcher for only $6.50. And enjoy a plate of your favorite frickin' nachos for just $7. Take your frickin' pick. Frickin' chicken nachos, Mississippi barbecue nachos, or Nachos Supreme, only $7. This season, don't just be a football fan, be a Nacho fan. At the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits, Frickers.
The only sports radio show to talk walleye hockey is the Fox Sports Morning Blitz. Weekday mornings at 7 on Toledo's Fox Sports 1230.
One game. All of a sudden, Rick, the shots are 23-14 in favor of the Toledo Walleye. That tide feels like it's starting to push more into the end to our left where Toledo's offensive zone is.
Yeah, like you said, the first 5 minutes especially seemed like playing a lot more in Indy's zone. Toledo's had more scoring opportunities. There's a little bit of stretch there where it kind of evened up, but then the last little bit here, it just looks like Toledo's starting to maybe pull away. I want to say, hopefully,
maybe impose their will a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of thought there.
Well, just start. Things are just starting to click. A little bit more than they were.
Well. See if they can keep it going. This big crowd trying to get the wave going here at the Huntington Center. And it looks like they have been successful at it. As Dickinson has the puck. Tried to roll it inside the Indy zone. It's knocked down right at the red line. APAP able to push it ahead. It'll slide down into the Toledo end. And Christopoulos is going to give it a cover as he just wants to get a face-off coming up inside his own zone.
The sports arena was good for the Wave. I remember seeing the Wave a few times, especially in the mid-'90s when it was really packed in there.
Man. You know what? I remember a little bit of my younger days there going in to watch you play in the early 90s, and it was always jammed a lot of nights.
But it'd been nice to have a rink like this, though, play here in Toledo.
Well, you're going to get the privilege playing again outside coming up in about a month. I know you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
Dickinson got it across the line. Barry Tried to leave it to Meyer coming in late. That's picked off, and it's going the other way for the Fuel. Racing back, though, is Hensick to help out defensively. Same with Matt Berry. And what was a 3-on-2 ended up being a 3-on-4.
Yeah.
When it came down to it, is coming across the line is Connor Walters for his shot. That's gloved by Morris. And he's going to hold on to that.
Well, that's what you like to see, too, as a coach, where your players that you're more offensive players that get points, that also, take it upon themselves to be, a team player and play defensive hockey also by back-checking.
Going to get a high sticking call going against McKay. So Toledo's going to go to the power play, and our friends at Life Connection of Ohio want to remind you that organ donation is the ultimate power play. Say yes to saving lives at lifeconnection.org. And so Toledo, let's see if we can pick up the penalty somewhere in here. Where's McKay? Oh, right there. As he was going by Meyer. Man, that's way away from the play. That was pretty unnecessary. As Howdeshell.
And those are the penalties too that teams usually capitalize on.
Yeah, let's see if Toledo can do just that. They have scored a power play goal in 4 consecutive games. Trying to extend that as Teixeira sends it the length of the ice. And it is handled by Meyer. Meyer left it for Howdeshell at center, and that's broken up. And Meyer has to drift back into his own end. And Boeing will help him out. 40 seconds gone in the power play time. As the Walleye come to center ice. Boeing got it inside that Indy zone. Chasing after it is Howdeshell. Howdeshell off for Tomlak. Up to the line to Meyer. Meyer goes to McElmurray. McElmurray loves to fire it from that circle. It'll go to Howdeshell instead, and his one-timer is gloved by Morris.
Just good passing around, the perimeter there with a, nice one-timer.
And Howdeshell from the right circle, let it go. Shots in this period, Rick, are 16-3 in favor of Toledo.
Yeah, they definitely have established themselves. But, the power play, too, a lot of the power plays or penalty kills, they'll play like we call a little tight box where, you're going to give up the outside, but you're not going to try to let any passes in through the middle. So that's why you see Toledo, passing around the perimeter here.
As Hensick's going to try a shot. That one missed. Came down in the corner, played in behind the net. Berry to chase after it. And Vela comes over to help. 2.5 left here in the period. Plenty of time, still 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Randy Gazzola, the only defenseman out there currently, gives way to Dickinson. His pass, though, was blocked, and a chance for the Fuel to clear. Look out of here as McKay is racing up the ice. Gazzola, smart play to knock it away from him. Berry coming across the line, goes for the shot from Dickinson, and that's turned aside. Gazzola at the line, backhanded it over to Berry. Still a little over 10 seconds left to go as Gazzola let the shot go through traffic, but a save by Morris, and he holds on.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot. Like I said earlier, you watch the plays, you try to make passes across, and some of these teams that they play that little tight box that want to take away the passes through the middle, and a lot of teams just, that's what you got to do. You just got to shoot it from outside and hope for a rebound or a tip or...
So you're basically working it around their box, and then at some point you try to find out whoever ends up having the most open shot to let one go to the front with traffic, right?
Yeah. You're trying to pull them out of their position, out of their box, but some teams are pretty good at just staying in there. But
well, this dominating period for Toledo. There's only 1:45 left to go in it. They've scored twice. Indy got one, and they're trying here right at the end of the period, and it's sent right through the crease by Spencer Watson. Boeing able to bring it up to center. Got it across the line. Keenan, but they're going to whistle it down. Offside call against Toledo with 1.5 to go in the second period.
It'd be key here for the minute and a half, playing Indy zone, and then go in up 2-1 and just say, hey, win the third period. A lot of times as players, you go in there, you just want to win periods. And, sometimes the coach will just do it in 5-minute blocks, too. Win each 5-minute, increments.
Face off just outside the blue line. Yetman will take it for Indy. Dickinson for Toledo. Dickinson, Hensick, and Barry out up front. Mayberry Diner voted best diner in the city paper annual best of. Open 7 days a week, 3 locations. Come get breakfast or lunch. Served 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. Solid opportunity there for Toledo. They're up to 28 shots on goal. All of a sudden, it's near a 2-1 shot advantage.
Yeah, just
the way
crazy second period.
The way the second half of this period has gone, it has been heavy in the end to our left. And Toledo scored twice. Cale Morris has had some outstanding saves. Think about the one on Haudashell. Man.
Yeah.
We're going to try to catch up with Keegan Haudashell coming up in the second intermission. That's only about 40 seconds away. As it's lifted out to center, knocked down by Ghaffari. He got upended. But managed to pop back up, and he'll back up as Lee drives it in to the Toledo end. Under 30 to play in the second period. Zola for Ghaffari. He lost it. Coming in, and they score. We got a tie game. As right at the side of the net, it's picked off. And Jared Thomas gets his first goal of the season. And we're tied at 2 with only 18.7 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see, especially a turnover like that in your own zone with 18 seconds to go.
And Billy Christopoulos got the first one, but the rebound was there for Thomas. And a brand new hockey game.
Yep.
Now we're going to have to see another goal go on the board somewhere. The 2-2 tie. 10 seconds left to go. Unassisted goal for Thomas. That has knotted this game at 2. At the line, a shot. That was tipped just wide. In the last couple of seconds of the period, the horn will sound, signaling the end of 40 minutes of play here tonight at the Huntington Center. Keegan Haudashell got us on the board for the walleye that sent the teddy bear toss and this crowd into a frenzy. But we're tied at 2 thanks to the late goal for the Fuel. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.